real quick, once again, my name was Sean O'Brien, and it's Patrick. How do you say your last name?
Doan.
We're doing 7 laps in a Nissan GT-R. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Sounds awesome, right?
Now, we put this stuff on?
We're not going to mess with those right now. We're going to...
We should leave that
yeah,
one.
we'll leave that one just to make it a little bit stiffer for ourselves. But first and foremost, the mirrors. The mirrors are all set up for me, okay?
Okay.
So I'll be watching what's going on behind us. If there's a car coming up on us quick, like that Corvette ride-along guy,
right.
Mark Texan doing his thing out there, I'll turn on the hazards. I'll place my hands on the wheel, and I'll instruct you which side of the track to be on for that pass to happen safely.
Right.
If we're coming up on a car that we're going to make a pass on, they're going to show us that same courtesy. Turn on their hazards. I'll place my hands on the wheel, and I'll instruct you to pass either on the right or the left, all right?
Okay.
I'll be pretty much talking to you the whole time, just giving you those tips and pointers, helping you improve. One of the things that's really important is that you just carry good, constant, and consistent brake pressure all the way through your braking zone. It's going to help keep the car balanced and predictable for when you need to turn in. Then as you turn in, you balance all the way through your corner. Once you get to the apex of the corner, you start to squeeze back onto the throttle, smoothly unwinding the wheel, ending up at your exit, right? I'll let you go as fast as you want, as long as you're doing things right. Okay? The last thing is just eyesight. It's so important to keep your eyes up, looking those couple steps ahead. Avoid that tunnel vision effect. You're getting fixated on one point. Look through your corners. Look where you want to go, okay? You'll be looking over at you to make sure you're looking through your corners and not just years in the headlight, just looking straight ahead. That's the thing that really catches a lot of people out, and it also makes huge improvements in people's driving when they do start looking through those corners, all right?
Okay.
All right, turn the wheel full rotation to the right. Good. Hand position. Nope, just one rotation.
Okay.
Back it off once. There you go, right there. So the GT-R straight for you. Straighten out the GT-R. Perfect. Hand position. Perfect. 9 and 3. Thumbs just right there in those pockets. Now, the shifters. My favorite of the bunch, largest of the bunch as well. Upshift is on the right. Downshift is on the left. It's a pullback method. The car can be driven in automatic, or you can use the paddle shifts. Which do you prefer?
I think I'd like to do the paddle shift.
Yeah, cool. That's the way to go for sure. Now you'll be in a little bit more control of that gear.
Yeah.
So we're really only going to be in about 3rd gear, 4th gear, maybe a touch of 5th gear onto that back straightaway.
Right.
So not a whole lot of gear changing that's going to be done out there. Not in every single corner. So just listen for my calls when I tell you to upshift or downshift. All right.
Sure. Yeah, I'm really not going to probably even look at this at all.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Your eyes are going to be too glued to the road and what's going on out there for sure.
Right.
That's a good mindset to have. Now, the paddle shifts are stationary. I'll never ask you to do a gear change in the middle of a corner.
Yeah.
All right? Always going to be in a straight line. That's why they are stationary.
Right.
Questions?
Is it possible we could launch it?
No, because we're not launching. This isn't a standing start. You'll see, because we need to make sure the track's safe before we head on.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
But I appreciate you asking and not just doing it.
But it would be... Oh, well, don't you have to go like in a fighter plane and then...
There's a couple things.
Okay.
All right, so foot on the brake. Pull this down into manual mode here.
Foot on the brake. Oh, fancy.
And now you're in 1M, which is all good. Let's pull straight on out of our stall.
And then we go forward.
Yes, correct. There's nothing in front of us. We're all clear.
Okay.
So you're going to start making your way down pit lane here. You're going to go all the way down to that barrier that says racing. And then hook it around to the left. Right next to the speed limit 200 sign, you're going to start to hook it around to the right. I'll check the track to make sure it's clear. Keep on going to the right a little bit farther. And we are all clear. You see those 2 blue cones to your left?
Yes, I do.
Go through them. At the blue cones, you're going to do your first upshift. Good. Stay to the left side of the track, making your way to that first green cone. That's your turning point for turn-in 1. Right about here, start turning it into the right, crossing over the track towards your apex. Start unwinding the wheel, exiting to your left. And shift. Shift. Alright, good. Now, coming into this braking zone, start applying the brakes. So you're turning in a little bit too soon. You see how you did that? We're already at our apex. That's going to cause us to miss our apex and cause us to early exit. So, be wary of turning in too soon, okay?
Okay.
It's a fast car, isn't it?
It is a very fast car.
Good. All right, let's learn a little racing line down this next lap or two, and then we'll start to build up our pace. So right about here, now turn it into the right, towards apex. Now this time you only come out about a car length or two, and then work your way back over to the right. Now you can set yourself up for this left-hander coming up. Turn into the left, squeeze back on throttle, let the car come out wide right, and then work your way back over to left. Apply the brakes, downshift once, and then start your turning to the right. You're turning in just a little bit too soon. Squeeze back on throttle though, come out about mid-track, and then work your way to the right. Just a little bit of brake here, and then turn in left. There's no shift there, don't worry about it. All right. right, come all the way out to the left-hand side, a little bit of brake, and then you turn in, rotate towards apex. Now you can throttle and unwind. Unwind, don't forget to unwind. Exit on the left next time. Upshift. Upshift. Brake hard. Downshift. Now turn in. You're still starting to turn in a little bit too soon there. You see that? Now you get to the apex at the right time, squeeze on throttle and unwind. Apply the brakes. Still on the brakes, still on the brakes. Now turn in. Towards apex, squeeze on throttle, work your way to right. A little bit of brake, a little bit of brake. All right, so see what happens there? Brake a little bit sooner, because when we start to get in that downhill descending elevation change, that's when the front end becomes very heavy and the rear end can come out on us, okay?
Okay, so brake harder then.
A little bit sooner. Okay. Turn in. Now squeeze throttle, let the car track out about mid-track and work your way to right. Just that little bit of brake and turn in left. So it's throttle straight through the chicane, come all the way out to the left before you turn in. Now turn in, rotate towards apex, and then throttle and unwind. And unwind, exit to your left. Throttle all the way down, keep going, keep going. Upshift. And brake hard and downshift. Don't turn in, don't turn in yet, don't turn in yet. Now turn in. Get down there, 2 wheels in that red and white paint. You're not on the throttle yet. Now throttle and unwind. Careful not to get on the throttle too soon so you don't get that understeer effect. Keep going, and brake hard, brake straight. Start scanning to the right and turn in. Towards apex. Work your way back over to right. Just a little bit of brake and turn in left. Right on top of the apex, squeeze back on throttle. Don't shift there. Alright, work your way back over to left. So apply brake, you should be in third. Okay, stay in this gear. Snuck a downshift in there somewhere. Alright, squeeze back on throttle. Come out about mid-track. Alright, pass on left. We got him. A little bit of brake and turn in left. So, you should be lined up with that green turn-in point cone. Come all the way out. Start scanning to the right and now turn in. Not on throttle, not on throttle. Now throttle. And unwind. Shift. Shift. Brake hard, brake straight, downshift. Start your turn and stay on the brakes. Whoa. Alright.
Sorry.
You're braking a bit too hard in that corner.
Too hard, okay.
Brake harder in a straight line. Not harder as you're turning in, okay? Brake. Alright, keep it in this gear for now. Alright. So, keep on going. Over here to the right. Turn into the left. Alright, we're going to go in just for a second here.
Okay. Too much?
Yeah, just a little bit. You're going to exit and you're going to go right in between these 2 white cones. You're going to go up and over this little hump and then all the way down. When we come to a stop, I'll explain a couple things that's happening out there. Yeah, keep on going down. Let everything kind of cool off for a minute here. We still got a couple more laps to do out there, so we'll get back out there and do them in a bit here.
So too aggressive then, too much braking.
Yeah, just we're doing a couple things in a different spot. Don't worry about it yet. Keep on pulling forward and keep on pulling forward. Pull right underneath this tent right here, and then we're just going to kind of come to a stop.
Did I hit blue?
No. And put this in the park here. Alright, so there's a couple things that happened while we were out there, which is the back end is getting way too skittish.
Yeah.
This is an all-wheel drive car. This thing should be feel like it's being driven on rails. So when we're coming in, for instance, you're coming out of turn 1, we're going down the straightaway, you're full throttle, we're shifting and everything. Side note, don't worry, you're shifting too much.
Too much, okay.
Yeah, you're shifting. There's a couple times where you shift in the middle of the corners. Don't do that. We're going to be in 5th gear at the end of the straightaway, down into 4th into that first braking zone, 4th all the way through, and then into the hairpin, back down into 3rd. Okay. And then 3rd through the chicane, back onto the straightaway, 3rd, 4th, 5th, right back down into 4th. 4th, 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 okay. Down into 3rd, okay?
Yeah.
So that's the gear ratio. That's what we're going to be doing there. All right? Now, you're braking. I can see your pressure. You're only braking about 25, maybe 30%, but we're carrying full speed. So the car is capable of braking more. You're starting to brake more and more because you're realizing, holy crap, we're carrying a lot of speed into this corner. So as you're staying onto the brakes, remember there's a lot of weight up front. When you brake, where's your weight? It's on the front end, right? Where's the weight on this car naturally? In the front end. So maybe in a car like a Porsche or a Ferrari where the engine's behind you, you could carry the brakes in a little bit deeper, and you wouldn't have that oversteer effect. Now this car, it's gonna be a little bit more prone to that. So really important to get the braking done hard, sturdy, and in a straight line. Then when you get to that turning point, you become in the process of coming off the brakes. Never more, never the same. Pressure in the process of coming off the brakes as you turn in. That's going to allow the rear end to get a little bit more grip, and then as we're turning in, we're going to be using all 4 tires to hold that grip through the corner than just the front 2 where all the weight's at. So it's counterintuitive to think, well, I can't carry this, the speed through this corner. Well, if you're using all 4 tires and you have everything as evenly as possible as far as weight goes, then you're actually going to get more grip. So that's the whole reason why we don't want to be braking harder into corners as we turn. That's what's making the rear end a little bit light. All right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's the idea behind it. So brake harder in a straight line in your braking zones. When you get to,
whenever I see those cones, how hard should I brake? Should I take it all the way down?
like I said, in the braking zones, you are braking about 30%.
So
The car is capable of 50 to 60% until you start getting into the ABS. All right, right in that range, right there. So it's kind of a cool feature that we get. I can watch that, and we can see. So yes,
you don't want me on ABS though.
No. But you'll brake right. I want you to brake harder in the braking zones. That way, when we start turning in, there's no more braking. We're all good. We're nice and comfortable. We're not pushing the car through the corner. We're not pulling it through the corner. We're driving it through the corner. Okay? And then the other thing is, just wait till you get a little closer to that apex, and then you start to squeeze onto that throttle. Because when you're on the throttle, where's the weight go? Back to the rear, right? You get a little bit of an advantage with this car because there's already some weight up front, but still really important to just kind of maintain the balance of the car. Really focus on your driving line too, using all of the track from right to left. Blue, bad. Red and white, good.
Okay.
All right?
All right,
let's head back out. Put us back into manual mode here, squeeze down with the thumb. Make sure it's in manual mode. You can just click it from there, too. There's 2 ways to do it. We're all clear on the right. Let's start to pulling out. All right, make your way down pit lane, all the way down there.
Here?
Yeah, go straight.
Okay.
And then we're going to check the track again, just to make sure it's still all clear. So you're going to it's going to be kind of difficult. You're going to hook it to the right, and then you're going to make a U-turn. Good. Hook it to the right. And make a U-turn. And we are clear. Let's head on the track. Shift. Stay left. So, right next to the green cone, scan to the right. Now turn in towards apex. Squeeze and unwind. Shift. 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 Brake hard. Downshift. See how you're kind of curving towards the middle of the track though? Try to prevent yourself that. Stay to that left side. Squeeze and unwind. Shift. Go down into third there. Brake hard. And turn in. Come off brake. Come off brakes. Remember, as you start turning in, you should have the car slow down enough to make that corner with all 4 tires, not have that rear end get too loose on you. Squeeze on throttle. Come out wide right. And work your way back over to left. Apply the brakes. Downshift once. You should be on the brakes, that braking zone. Not starting your turn in, okay? Work your way back over to right. A little bit of brake and turn in. Straight through, come all the way out wide left. Scan to your right and turn in. Not on throttle. Now throttle. Get closer to your apex. Shift. Shift. Brake hard, brake straight. Downshift. Turn in. Keep turning, keep turning, keep turning. Back on throttle and unwind. Brake. And turn in. Off brakes. Back on throttle. Work your way to right. Good, much better. A little bit of brake. Turn in. Turn in. Exit wide, exit wide. Let the car come out wide. There you go. Keep working your way to left. Apply the brakes. And turn in. Still trying to turn in a little bit too soon on that one, okay? Back on throttle, exit mid-track, work your way to right. Just that little bit of brake, then turn in. Straight through. Remember to get back on that throttle so that rear end doesn't come out on you. Squeeze and unwind. downshift. Scan to your right, turn in. Get down there, get down there, get down there. Now throttle and unwind, unwind, unwind. Remember to unwind, you got all that track space over there too. Apply the brakes. And turn in. Come off brakes. Back on throttle. There you go, now you're driving it through the corner. Just a little bit of brake. And turn in. Come out wide, come out wide. Leave that right side from all that pressure. Work your way back over to left. Apply the brakes. All right, nice job. Now we're gonna do one more lap just to kind of let the car cool down.
Okay.
Stay right about here. Come off the throttle. There's a car on our left. And back on throttle. All good. Forward. Turn in left. So we're just gonna kind of let the car cool down. Carry about this speed right here is all good.
Okay.
Upshift into fifth. And then let the car cool down, let the brakes cool down, let all that stuff cool down. So it's all about really just kind of, right at that apex, I really want you to get a little bit closer to your cones.
Okay.
You just weren't exiting out wide, and you were just turning in just a little bit too soon. So it's kind of all about that fine tuning.
Okay.
It's really all about getting that good smooth racing line down first, and then building up the pace. And obviously learning the capabilities of the car and learning the track as well too. Let it coast down towards your apex, stay on the line. I'll let you know if there's any traffic. Start to unwind. Just let it coast. Come off the throttle a little bit. Slow it down just a bit. I want you to carry about 40 to 50 miles an hour, okay?
Okay.
There's going to be a car coming up on us. Stay on the racing line for now. I'll let you know when he's closer. Keep on going through here. It's just, you had a good line. You started to get good through here. This part's a tricky one right here because of the elevation changes.
Right.
So there's already a lot of weight up front. We're going to stay to the left-hand side here.
Okay.
And then just let it coast in. Just stay right here on the left-hand side. Follow this outside line back to those two white cones, and then we'll head on in. Right in between the two white cones, up and over the hump, same as before. But we'll park it in this stall that we pulled it out of earlier. So learning the track, learning the car, getting that, getting that confidence, kind of learning how a car is going to react. You want to keep the car as balanced and as predictable as possible.
Does this car overheat a lot?
With the turbos in the summertime, it is one of the hotter running cars for sure.
I feel like I'm missing out. If I was driving this in Michigan with those turbos, I feel like I'd be making probably 80 more horsepower.
Go right down the middle of the tent here.
Right here? Okay.
You'd be making more horsepower?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Go to the right here.
Okay.
If you were just driving on a straight line. And come to a stop. You could put us into park and then turn the wheel full rotation to the left. Yeah, I mean, when it comes to the track, the most important thing, it's not always about speed. Yeah, it's fast and it's a lot of fun.
Well, I know. I just wanted to get the full experience of the GT-R. I know we can't launch it, but because that's like, it's calling car. That's like the coolest thing about it, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty cool feature. So,
well,
it's all about kind of learning.
You've launched the GT-R before.
What's that?
You've launched the GT-R before, right?
No, never.
You've never launched it?
No need. No need.
No need?
No, well, this isn't my car. I don't own this car.
What's your daily driver? Do you drive something cool?
I drive a supercharged F-150.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, it's mostly the toy hauler for other goodies.
Yeah.
Lots of karting, lots of Formula cars, lots of Porsche work is most of my background. So, all right, well, let me give you your video here. Hey, thanks for coming out. I'm glad you got to drive, your dream car and kind of get a feel of just get your hands on it. I mean,
yeah, it's very surreal. It is.
It's definitely one of those bucket list moments, right?
Sure.
My boys, relax,
All right.
dude. I'm here for you, okay?
Okay, sorry.